Here we have a rectangle, and we're given that the area is 40 square feet. And we like to know what should the width and the height of the rectangle be, so that we have the minimum perimeter. So right now the width is 5, the height is 8, so the area is 40, and then the perimeter is 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8, and that's going to be 26. And now we change the width, and now we let the width be 6, be 7, then we get a different perimeter. So here's another one. So we let the width be 10 and the height be 4, and then the area is going to be 40. 10 times 4 is 40. And then the perimeter will be 10 plus 4 plus 10 plus 4. So that's going to be 28. And so again, we like to know which combination of width and height that will give us the smallest perimeter. And so it looks like it's just getting larger and larger as we increase the width. So from here, it looks like the smallest perimeter should be around 25. And so for perimeter of 25, so it looks like the width should be around 6, and then the height should be a little bit more than 6, somewhere around it. But so now we're going to use the derivative to find the minimum perimeter. And so here, let x be the width, and let y be the height of the rectangle. And so we're given that the area, we know that the area is equal to x times y, and we're given that this 40 square feet. And so right here, from this equation, divide both sides by x, then we get y is equal to 40 over x. And so the perimeter so we call this side x, so this will be x, this will be y, this will be x, this will be y. And so it's going to be x plus y plus x, and then plus y. So perimeter is just adding the 4 sides together. So this becomes 2x plus 2y. So now we have perimeter is going to be 2x, and then plus 2, and then y is 40 over x. So we have 40 over x, so this becomes 2x plus 80 over x. And now define minimum perimeter. Take derivative of p with respect to x. So we have dp and dx, And then let's go ahead and rewrite this. This is the same as 2x, and then 80, and then times x to the negative 1. This is the same as 80 times, maybe we need to do one more step here. So that's 80 times 1 over x, and then this becomes 2x, and then 1 over x is x to the negative 1. The derivative of 2x is just 2, and again here we're doing derivative with respect to x, and the variable here is x. And then plus 80 times, and then here we just use the power rule, and so it would be negative 1. So put the negative 1 in front of the x, and then subtract 1 from the exponent. So negative 1 minus 1 would be negative 2. And so we get 2 minus 80x to the negative 2. And then this is be 2 minus 80 over x squared. X to the negative 2 is the same as 1 over x squared. And then 80 times 1 over x squared is 80 over x squared. And then so to find the minimum, we set the derivative equal to 0. And solve for x. And to solve this type of equation, what we want to do is go ahead and get the common denominator. So what we can do is multiply the 2 by x squared, and then dividing by x squared. And then of course x squared divided by x squared is just 1, so 2 times 1 is still 2. And then now we have this is 2. So now we have this common denominator right here. So this can be rewritten as 2x squared minus 80, and then dividing by x squared. And the only way that this quotient here could be 0 if the numerator is equal to 0. Because the bottom cannot be 0, because if the bottom is 0, then we get undefined. So one more time, this quotient right here, it can only be equal to 0 if the top is equal to 0. And so now we get 2x squared is equal to 80. Add 80 to both sides, and then now divide both sides by 2, and we get x squared is equal to 40. And again, from the graphic here, we see that for minimum perimeter, the rectangle, the width and the height should be around 6 something. And so here we take the square root of both sides, and so we get the square root of 40. And the square root of 40 is about 6.32455. And then now we need to find y. So we go back up here. Y is equal to the 40 divided by and then this be the same thing. Reason for that is because if we rationalize the denominator right here, meaning multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 40, and this would be 40 times the square root of 40. And then the bottom, the square root of 40 times the square root of 40 is just 40. And then we'll get a square root of 40. So that's why the height, it should also be 6.32. And so summary, a given area of 40 for minimum perimeter width needs to be the square root of 40, and height also needs to be the square root of 40.